Hi guys, my name is Mamuso Toure. I'm a proud African woman. Join me as I take you through the last amazing, though hard and difficult, but very, very inspiring last few years of my life. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so I was born in a beautiful place on the west coast of Africa named Sierra Leone. Growing up wasn't all easy for me. I had to move from one place to another. Different aunties, uncles, parents' houses. So till I found myself in Australia at a very young age of just 8 years old. So trust me when I tell you, I know how it feels to be alone. Coming from Sierra Leone to Australia at just 8 years of age, the people that I've got to know back home, I had to leave behind and have to start all over again, I feel like. So being alone was very hard for me, and it made me got to a place in my life where I wasn't able to be connected to people and really talk to people. So I had to do everything within myself. When I became a teenager, it was not normal. I felt like I wasn't like other teenagers. I feel like I couldn't talk to my parents. I couldn't communicate with my sisters or brothers. I felt like I had to deal with everything by myself, you know, whether it's having a boyfriend or whether it's seeing your period, or whether it's, you know, meeting new friends and going out, shopping, having money of your own. I felt like I had to learn the harder way and had to grow up faster. And yeah. I always wanted to have the life of other teenagers, like my friends. And yeah, when their parents will come and drop them to school, give them lunch money, they will go to the movies after school, they will go to events and, you know, like school excursions and all that. I've always wanted to be like them. So at the age of 16, I got my first job so I could be able to feel filled in and just be included. Yeah. Like I said, I got my first job at the age of 16. From there, I started saving up. I started trying to go out with my friends, shopping. And yeah, but still I found it very difficult, you know, because from that age I learned how to be responsible, how to be almost like an adult and take responsibilities of my action and of myself, because my parents or my carers at that time were very, very strict. They had strict rules that we had to follow. And strict lifestyle. My carers were very strict and had very strict rules. I couldn't really, it made it hard for me to make friends and socialize with other people, meet other people, and basically have friends. So because of that, I had to basically sneak around, got in the wrong crowd, and even though I was going through all that issues and all that mixed feelings, mixed emotions, and I couldn't be able to speak to someone in my family. I couldn't be able to speak to my carer. I couldn't be able to speak to my brothers because I felt as though everyone would talk down on me. Nobody would listen. Nobody would care about my opinion. So my opinion never really mattered. So a lot of the things I just kept in my in me and had to deal with it my own way. Because I wasn't able to communicate with my carer or anybody in my family, I started going around, sneaking around, being in the wrong sort of crowd, meeting friends that weren't good. And that's because I was looking for love or finding love in the wrong places. I was trying to find love. I was trying to fix the missing piece that I felt like was missing. And because of that, I landed in an abusive relationship. Because I couldn't communicate and seek for advice in the right sort of people, I started seeking for love and advice in the wrong places. I started sneaking out. I started being in the wrong crowd. And because of that, I landed myself into an abusive relationship. So I met this guy at the age of 18. He was handsome. He was very, very good looking. And I felt like he was the missing piece, the love that I've been seeking and searching, the love that I've been missing. I felt like he was the one that I've been looking for. For the first time in my life, I felt love. And I felt like someone cared, like someone is there for me. A little while after we started dating, we moved in together. Things were going well. Everything was amazing. He treated me well. Everything seemed normal. Not long after that, we found out I was pregnant and we had our first child. But during the pregnancy, it wasn't all smooth and happy and a celebration time as I thought it would be, because he promised me everything. He promised me even more loved when I am pregnant. That didn't go as well. It didn't go accordingly to that. We started fighting. We started arguing more. I couldn't be as sexual as I was because I had some difficulties, and he was not understanding of that. He started seeking outside. He started cheating and being with other women. After I found out that he was doing things outside of our relationship, it really killed me inside. I was broken. I felt everything that I felt when I was younger, even more. It was as if everything that I was going through before came back worse. And I couldn't just leave because at that time I was pregnant. I was almost about to give birth. And I wanted everything to make my relationship work. I wanted to be a mother, and I wanted him to be a father, and for us to be a family for the longest as time can give us. I wanted to fix my relationship, and I thought if the baby was to come, he would change after he sees the baby and he sees the family that we have created together. I then started confronting him about, all these ladies and why he was doing what he was doing. He would get mad. He would start yelling even more, start screaming, shouting. He started getting physical and abusive towards me. Even with the newborn, thinking that he would change, he started even getting worse. The fighting, the going out, being with other women, with other friends. I would be by myself in the house, and having to be alone with our child. When we would go out, I would try to make our relationship seem like it was okay, everything was fine, that we had it all going well. Which was something that I really wanted. I wanted my relationship to be good. I wanted my relationship to be fine. I wanted my relationship to be a happy relationship. And that was what I was giving to people out there. And a lot of people bought it. A lot of people thought we were the picture perfect family. I had help, I had good husband, but which of course at home it wasn't like that. It wasn't the case. It was more different, and it was difficult. It was hard. And I tried to make my relationship be fine, be good. No relationship is perfect, but I was trying for that good relationship. And like I said earlier, if you've been following, I didn't have anyone for me to talk to and for me to get an advice from. I had only my two beautiful, lovely sisters. God bless you guys so much. I had them beside me. They helped me, but they couldn't do much as we're all from the same age group. And it was hard for them to really help me, but they were there for me. And I'm really happy and grateful for them. Years went by and I still stayed in the relationship. I stayed because I didn't want to make people judge me. I didn't want people to judge me. I didn't want people to look at me and judge me of maybe leaving my partner and leaving the father of my child. I just didn't know how to cope with how people would be talking about me and thinking about me. I thought it was best for me to stay and work out on my relationship and see if it would change. I didn't want my child to grow up without having his dad around. I wanted him to have that fatherly love that I felt like I didn't have. I wanted him to have a family. And that was why I stayed through that years in an abusive relationship. Shortly after all that, we had our second child. I found out I was pregnant again with our second child. And during this pregnancy, my relationship was really hitting rock bottom. We were not talking that much anymore. I didn't want the baby. I felt like if I have another child, there will be more pressure, more difficulties that I might have to face. So at that time, I was thinking of doing abortion, but because of my belief, because of my religion, I decided to keep the baby and just face whatever consequences that may come with it later. When my baby was born, when I had my baby, my relationship really hit rock bottom. We were not talking. We became almost like friends in the house. We would just say hi and that's it. We were not sexually with each other. We find it difficult to do anything like normal couples would do. It was just on our phones and fighting, screaming, and there was a lot of yelling, there was cheating, still going on. After my son turned 1 year old, I decided to really think hard about our relationship. Everyone was thinking everything was going well for us. We had our salon, we had our businesses running, when we go out there, we'll look like the perfect couple, like I said earlier. But inside closed door, it was really struggling. We were really struggling to fix the relationship. We were really struggling to mend things and see where we went wrong. So I decided for us to separate, and he didn't take it well. We had our biggest fight. At this point, I actually thought I was going to lose my life. I thought I was going to not be able to see my kids, not be able to see my people, because it got to a point where he pushed me so hard and I hit myself on the table When I woke up, that's when I realized, there's something really wrong and I really need to leave. I need to be able to protect my children. That's more important than anything else in the world. To be able to show them, yes, although I'm not with your dad, but you do have love, but we just couldn't be together. And for them to be able to feel that love, and for them to be able to be protected and feel happiness, although separated, but be happy in a happy home. So that's what I thought, and I decided to separate with him and seek for help. I got to go to different counselors, different programs with other ladies that have gone through violence, abusive relationship, sexually and everything. So it was a really good cause for me, and I felt like it was needed because I wasn't able, like I said, to be able to speak to somebody in our community, in my community, was really hard. Nobody will either believe you. Nobody will really welcome you open hand. Everybody is there to just judge you, point fingers at you. And that's what I thought. That at that time for me was really needed, yes. Though it was very hard for me to make that decision to leave him, it was needed. And I was very happy that I did because I got help, the help that I needed. I started socializing again. I started meeting new friends, and really work on myself, work on self-love. I thought I needed love from elsewhere or other people, but really I needed to find love within myself. I needed to find who I am and try not to make that mistake that I did again, because this time I'm not only by myself, but I have kids. I have boys with me that I want to be able to raise up, becoming a good man or good men in this community, in this world, and really try to be a leader because of my kids. Why am I sharing this with you all? Well, parents, I want you to really look at your children. I want you to listen, to be able to listen to your children. Be open up with them. Let them be able to talk to you with anything. Let them see you as the first person they could be able to come and talk to. Otherwise, they will seek for it elsewhere. And this is my own story. This is what I went through because I didn't have anyone to be able to talk to. I didn't have parents. I didn't have elders. I didn't have people that I see as an elder to talk to. And for all women out there who are going through difficult times in their relationship, whether it be physical or emotional abuse, you don't need to look for an excuse or seek for an excuse to be in it. This can all lead to depression, suicidal thoughts. It can lead to you being mentally destroyed. We need to be able to speak to somebody. Go and seek for help. Go and register yourself to a counselor. Speak. You don't need to stay there. Whether or not you have family, your kids, I had children. And that was my own reason for me to stay in my abusive relationship. I've left now. And at the end of the day, this is what I think. Your kids would rather have both mom and dad alive and fine and well than having one, or having both but not well. One of them is not well. One of them is sick, because this can leave you permanently unstable. You can be left, with some illness. You can have some trauma after that. Your life won't be able to be normal anymore. Okay? So seek for help. You need to speak up. You need to speak and find help And to men, I know there are still good men all around the world. Thank you for those who are still caring and respectful towards women. Trust me, it is a thing of pride. I want those who are the abusers in the relationship to really look for help. It is not normal. It's not normal to lay your hands on a woman. Or men, it's not normal for you to put your lady down or your man down. You need to look for help and seek it. It is very important. We are all humans. Man, woman, boy, or girls. We should all be treated as humans. And also, don't forget to always do the right thing. Once again, my name is Mamuso Toure, and I'm a proud African woman. Thank you for watching.